Hey, what's up all you songwriters? This is Brandon Joshua, and I just wanted to make a quick little video on how to switch keys in a song. Okay? So, there's a lot of ways to do it, and I might make more videos on different ways to do it, but this one I'm just going to focus on one way. Okay? First of all, you need to know your major scale. Okay? If you don't know that, look it up. Just Google it. It's really easy. Every key has certain chords that work with it. So, let's say we're in the key of G. Okay? The chords you have possible are G, A minor, B minor, C, D, F sharp diminished, okay, and then back to G. Okay, so a good thing to do is when you choose the key that you want to go to, figure out the chords that work in that key, okay? The one of that key, let's say that the key you want to go to is an F, okay, key of F. Well, the 1 would be an F, okay? So, to get to that F, it's always good to use the 5 of that note, which in this case would be a C. So C resolves to F, okay? So what you want to do in your original key, G, is use that C chord as your last chord in that key to transition to the new key of F, okay? An even better way to do it is to make it a dominant 7 chord, so C, dominant 7, okay? So we're in the key of G. We could just, we're just jamming in the key of C, or G. And then we can use this dominant 7 and then go to F and do that key. Now we're in the key of F. Now, that's great. You can end your song by going to another key, but you can also switch back to your original key, okay? So, you would do that the same way. You would use the 5 of the key of G to get back to the key of G, okay? So, you're in the key of F, right? And the 5 of G would be a D, okay? Now, in the key of F, the D would actually be a D minor chord, okay? But like we said before, a good way to transition is to make it a dominant 7. So what you're going to find is you're often going to have to alter chords to switch keys. Okay, so in the key of F, you normally have a D minor, okay? But you can make it a D7 and then go back to the key of G. Okay, so what we found in the key of G is that we already have a C chord in there, so we don't have to do anything to it other than make it a dominant 7, okay? It's not a minor chord, it's not diminished or anything like that. And it's also not like a C sharp or anything. The note C is actually in there, so it really works going to the F. But when you're in F and you D, you notice it's a D minor. Make it a D7, go back. So I'll show you an example of how you can kind of do that. And there's a million ways you can do it, as long as you end on those chords and go to the 1. So we're in G. We're going to use the C to go to the key of F. That D7, go to G. Okay? So a good way to make that work too is choose keys that have sort of similar notes. Okay? So we just went from G to F. Okay? From G to F is one whole step down. That's always going to be a good option. Okay? And another thing is, if you're gonna, like in the key of F, when you threw in that D7, make sure that either your second guitar, keyboard, or your vocals especially, harmonies, lead vocal, complement that D7 chord, okay? Don't sing what you would naturally sing over a D minor, change it to D7, okay? And it might sound weird at first, but then when you switch to G, it'll sound nice, okay? So And like I said, all you have to do is use the 5 to go to the 1 of the new key. And it doesn't always have to be one whole step back, okay? It can be anything else, okay? So say you want to go from the key of A to E, okay? So you can play in the key of A, now you tell me what we'd have to do. Obviously, we'd have to find the 5 of E, okay? So you got your E note. What's the 5? It'd be a B, okay? So, we know that. It's a B. In the key of A, where does B lie? It's the 2 chord, okay? The 2 chord, though, is minor, okay? Once again. So what we'd have to do, we don't have to, but a better way to do it is to make that B minor a B7, okay? And that's always going to sound a little weird at first, okay? Because it's not the natural chord in there. There's notes out of the A scale in that chord, okay? But once you replace it with that B7, you can resolve to that E. So let's show you how that would sound. So how would we go back to the A? Well, we would find the 5 of the A, which is in fact an E, okay? So you would just make that E an E7 and then go back to A, okay? So I'll show you how to do that. So we're starting in A. And we're going to throw in that B7 to switch. Now we're in E. Back to that A with the E7. Now back to A. Okay? So in any key, just figure out what key you want to switch to. And the name of that key is the 1. And you use the 5 of that 1 to get to that 1. Okay? No matter where it lies in your original key. Sometimes it's not going to work. Okay? Well, it can always work, but sometimes it just doesn't sound as smooth. Okay? So kind of figure out which ones sound smooth, which ones don't. Okay? So sometimes you're going to have to, in your original key, you're going to have like a C, but the 5 of the new key is like a C sharp. Okay? So you're just going to have to go to C sharp and see if it smoothly transitions to the new key. And like I said before, the best way to make those transitions sound good, and the Beatles have proved this, is to sing the harmonies and the lead according to that new chord you threw in there. Okay, so just really break down that new chord and make sure the notes you're singing complement that chord and switch to the new key. Alright guys, I hope that wasn't too confusing, and this is my first really theory. I made one before, but I'll make more. And let me know how you guys think about it and what I can do to make it more clear. And I hope this helped you out. Thank you.